Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Laranya and you are watching Unscripted Laranya. Alright, so building confidence is not just about speaking, but it is also about believing in yourself, like believing in your choices. You don't have to think over and over again about what others may think about you, and you know that yes, what I picked for myself, I am right, and that I am enough for myself. I know that in middle school, most of us don't have much confidence in ourselves because of a lot of bullying, self-doubt, or peer pressure, or toxic friendships, and a lot more reasons. And even I did not have much confidence back then. So for you guys, I am right here to tell you some of advices, some tips that you can follow so that you don't have to go through the same thing. Alright. So the very first part of the video is about self-talk. Yes, talking to yourself, but positively. Yes, it is very important to talk to yourself positively, and complimenting yourself is a very necessary part in building confidence because it actually helps you appreciate yourself. I've noticed multiple people, they stand in front of the mirror and they are like, wow, I'm so ugly, why is my nose like that, why is my forehead so big, and stuffs like those. Instead, if you stood in front of the mirror and you'd be like, I am so pretty, I have good nose, I love myself for who I am, I love my body, and many more things like these, you can actually feel yourself becoming more and more positive because you are appreciating for who you are. You are appreciating yourself for what you are. And that can actually result in a lot of good things. I know that insecurities cannot go away so fast, but complimenting yourself cannot hurt, right? Because we all know that we like being complimented, so why not compliment our own self when our own body is bearing a lot of pain, a lot of things for us. So the next part is embracing ourselves. It is very important to embrace who actually we are because that is how actually we learn, right? That is how we learn to love ourselves. If your one friend is going ahead and playing soccer, or if your other so-called cool friend is having a YouTube channel, and they both are getting praised for it, does it mean that you also need to do the same thing and you don't need to fit in any kind of cool kids group, popular kids group? No, it's not necessary. You don't need to fit in any kind of group. You are good the way you are. If you don't like sporty things, if you don't like such sort of things that they do, if you don't like to speak, it's fine. You like something else and you are good in that. Maybe if you don't like anything, like you don't know what you are good at, you don't know your hobbies, that's also fine. You can give yourself time to understand what actually you like, right? Next part is something that we all need to apply in our life, and it is very important. First of all, I know that many of you must be sitting on a cozy, warm couch, chilling with Netflix. Girl, you're not gonna have any kind of change in your life if you continue being like that. You need to get off that comfort zone right now, and you need to start doing something. You need to take some risk. Now from the thing take risk, I don't mean that jump off a cliff or something. No. Take risk such as try light exercises, try light yoga, or maybe you can also try reading a novel, or you can do whatever you like. Try with one paragraph, one line, because we all know that at the end of the day, slow and steady wins the race. Alright, so the last topic of our today's video is good influence. Surrounding ourselves with good influence and with the people who actually love and care for us is very important. What do actually bad influence do to us? Like, just imagine that you want to be friends with these cool kids or popular kids in your school, and you just went over to them and you asked them. Some of them may be mean, some of them maybe come out as mean and maybe make comments on your appearance, on your body, or about you. What are you gonna do about it? You are just gonna feel more insecure, right? But instead, if you became friends with someone else, someone who actually cared about you, it can be a bookworm too, but at least that bookworm likes and cares about you, right? That bookworm actually feels good when you are around them. That is a big thing. Instead of staying with the people who don't care about you and who actually make you more insecure. It's far more better to stay alone too. Trust me, if you feel more comforted being alone than with the people who don't like you, and if you feel alone even when you are in a crowd, it's far more better to stay with your own self and actually feel comforted in your own personal zone. I want to tell you one experience of my own. So there used to be this one person there, this one friend of mine who was older than me, and she was very mean. Like, I used to crack a joke in front of her and she would say that you're so annoying, you're so irritating. Then after that, I would sit down at a place where there was no one, and I would think to myself that, am I really annoying? Like, am I really that irritating that she just told me that I am so irritating and she doesn't like me being around her? So that's so the answer is no. It's not the problem with you. Sometimes yes, but it's not the problem with you usually. It's usually the problem with the person you are staying with. So try changing the spot to get more respect. Talk to yourself positively, embrace yourself, and do something productive. Step out of your comfort zone. And lastly, have a good positive influence. Now pick up something, whatever I told today in this video, I covered in this video, and challenge yourself for 30 days to do that. It can be either complimenting yourself positively, or maybe embracing who you are, or doing something productive, or also it can be that cutting your interaction with the people who don't appreciate you and who are negative, and becoming friends with the positive ones. Also, remember that building confidence is not a very hard task. It just needs a bit of trust, and it also needs a bit of consistency. So just give time to yourself, and as the saying says, believe you can and you're halfway there.